Hello friends and fellow gamers, MKX Jump here, and this week it's the Thanksgiving event in Idle Heroes. Now this needs you to use your heroic summon scrolls and gems to get some incredible rewards, and there's a mini game too that I'll be showing you how to get the most points from that. So make sure you watch all of this video to make sure that you don't make any mistakes this week and you can get the best rewards for your account. Whether you're a spender or free to play, we'll be breaking the whole thing down. Now before we jump in, let me remind you, if you need help with your Idle Heroes account, you can join our Discord and that will show you how to do account reviews. Account reviews are something we do on Tuesday through our Twitch channel, where I work one-to-one with you guys to help you with whatever you're struggling with your account. You might be curious who your next Transcendence hero could be, or whether you're struggling in a campaign level in the Void campaign. Whatever it is, come give us a join and you guys can get some help with your account. To be fast-tracked into that and get immediate access to account reviews on Tuesdays, go ahead and check out my Patreon. I'll put a link up there. Give that a click and that will get you guys in there, and hopefully you can sign up on a Tuesday so I can help you one-to-one with your account. I hope to see some of you there on Tuesday, but for now, let's go ahead and check out this week's event for Idle Heroes. So, given it's a Heroic Summon Scroll event, you're going to get 3 Heroic Summon Scrolls every day. That's 21 this week, and you also get a modest 150 gems, which will be helpful in this week's event. Now, Force War is here, so go ahead and sign up. You can either sign up with your guild, or you can sign up on your own. If you think your guild are a bunch of chumps and you don't want them on your team, well, you might want to do an individual sign up and probably join some overpowered players. Or if you like your guild and they're nice and strong, go ahead and sign up with them. Now, we've got cool events here this week. Palace of Eternity is, of course, a way that you can swap any of the 5 heroes here into the new hero, Norton Hague, who we'll be looking at towards the end of this video. We have the Palace of Crystal. This is where you get the Eternity Crystals needed to make these swaps. You need 10 crystals to do a full swap, and you get 5 for every 400 Heroic Summon Scrolls you do. But at the bottom, there's a locked area that gives you an additional 15, and you can get that from value packages if you spend either $100 or 2,500 Contract Starry Gems. However, this key only unlocks one of the lower layers, so technically you'd need to buy all 5 keys to get this lower thing. It's not really important, you don't have to go ahead and chase that, but I know some people who are going to be very whaley this week and try to maximize their rewards will probably be doing something pretty similar to that. Of course, we've got the Extreme Gamer from last week, so make sure you go ahead and cash in the game controllers you managed to get. Don't forget you can use Universal Crystals to do this, and that's pretty interesting because this week's event does give us Universal Crystals. So if you've still got time left to complete this event, go ahead and do so, and you might be able to get some extra Universal Crystals to help you with these rewards. So I'd recommend normal people just go for an orange chest. If you can push up with Universal Crystals, a pink chest is pretty decent. Some people might want Star Spawn stuff, but I really don't think that's worth it, to be honest, not nowadays. And whatever you have left over, I'd use for scrolls or profit orbs, as scrolls are needed this week, and a little sneak peek to next week, it's Black Friday, and profit summons are needed for that. We also have the Hero Lottery. This rewards you with a set of 4-star armor for every copy of Norton Hague you get. Not amazing, but still certainly something to help you in the blacksmith. We've got some summon prizes here. This is going to reward you for using Heroic Summon Scrolls, and for every scroll you use, you'll get a point. 200 points is going to get you a copy of Jara. You get some profit orbs and scrolls for the normal 50, 100, and 200. For 300, you do get profit orbs, soul symbols, and more importantly, you're getting 2 treasure coupons for this week's event and 2 chicken legs. For 400 points, you get a copy of the new hero, Norton Hague, along with 3 chicken legs, and finally 500 points is going to get you 4 chicken legs, 3 charm treasure coupons, a core of transcendence, some relics, and you also get this item, the Star Transferring Cube. That's not very useful for the majority of players, but to run down what it does, it just lets you switch higher level Soul Awakened stars into other heroes, because when they're at a higher level, it's more difficult to switch them. That cube allows you to do it for free. And finally, we have a hero exchange event that's got Mockman and Patricia for 5,000 altar stones each. So if you need heroes to awaken, go ahead and pick these up. Honestly, Mockman's probably the better pick here, as he does have a tenant spot for a lot of heroes like Vulcan or even Aspen. And actually, if you need to go ahead and get one because you want to build a Mockman for yourself, that's also really helpful. As well, awakening Mockman is not actually a bad idea, as he is a pretty good hero to sell on the auction house. Now we have the main Thanksgiving event itself, and this is where those chicken legs you've been saving up come into play. If you enter into the first cottage, you'll see that you have a quest that requires 10 chicken legs. Complete 3 of these quests and you'll get the rewards at the bottom, which is a new treasure train item, 10 pumpkin coins, and a charm treasure coupon. So you need 30 of these chicken legs to get to the top reward here, which is these pumpkin coins. These coins can be exchanged in the Fortune Treasure Shop, which is basically a glorious treasury. So with those 10 coins, you can get yourself 2 Stellar Shards. However, if you're able to go ahead and do the next quest after that, you'll get 10 more coins, which then means you can access Shop 3. Because you'll see once you've spent 10 pumpkin coins, Shop 3 gets unlocked, and this also has a half price discount, meaning you can buy 2 things here for 10 coins. This is pretty much going to be the main way that free-to-play players access this event, as it will get you 2 lots of sublimation or 2 lots of cores, or whatever it is you need for your account. Ideally, sublimation is typically the better pick, but if you're a later game free-to-play player looking to getting Destiny or improving your cores, then cores are probably the choice. However, in my opinion, I do think sublimation for the majority of early players is the correct choice. Now, how do we get these chicken legs then? Because obviously we need 60 to go ahead and get these top rewards to do this twice as a free-to-play player. Well, we already saw that you get 9 chicken legs for every 500 heroic summon scrolls you use, so where else can we get them? Well, the Orchard Harvest is giving you a chunky 49 chicken legs. What you have to do here is pick a tree, and you can only pick one, so choose wisely. There's 9 different choices of rewards you can go for here. My opinion is that it's pretty much best served either going for the treasure crystals, as that's going to be 10 treasure crystals that you can get on your account, which can get you treasure train openings, or you want to go and get Cores of Transcendence, heroic summon scrolls for this week, or you can get some profit orbs for next week. I think they're your best picks. Master's Toolboxes are kind of a waste in my opinion, because you can pick them up relatively easy from Glorious Treasury events. And I think maybe the relics are good, but probably not. I think I just, in pretty much most circumstances, will be going for one of these first 3 rewards. The most important thing here is the 49 legs, so how do we get this? Well, you can go ahead and purchase with gems. You will need to use 24,000 gems to get all 40. However, you will get a random reward for every open you do, and these random rewards are fantastic. We've got stuff like Destiny Materials, Core of Origin Shards, we've got Essence Sublimation, loads of great rewards here that you can pick up onto your account. So definitely good value, and hopefully you have 24,000 gems saved up for this event. If you were able to do that, you get 49 of these chicken legs. Combine that then, if you jump right to the bottom, the relay is giving you 2 chicken legs for free. That takes you to 51, so that means all you need to do is go into the cool events and do 500 heroic summons, and that will get you the additional 9 you need to take you to 60. Also, the nice thing about this week's event is you are going to get a lot of heroic summon scrolls back. So for doing 500, you will get 50 scrolls returned, and you get 30 back anyway, just from the normal summon prizes. So 500 scrolls is going to get you 80 scrolls in return, plus you get 21 for logging in this week. It's actually not as expensive as it sounds, so hopefully you can get to 500 scrolls. So hopefully by doing that, you can get 60 of these chicken legs. That's going to get you both of the new Orange Festival items, as well as 20 pumpkin coins, which can get you access to Store 3 in the Fortune Treasure Shop. Very nice rewards for free-to-plays. Now, you might notice that Store 5 has a half-price discount, so you might be wondering, hey, MK, would I be able to go to the value packages and cash in all of my Starry Gems here to get myself an additional 120 chicken legs, and will that be enough to get to Destiny? If you do everything within your power to get you access to all of the items available without spending contract Starry Gems, that means using 2,000 heroic summon scrolls, collecting the 2 free from the relay, and of course going ahead and doing these trees, that's going to leave you 123 chicken legs short from getting access to Destiny materials. Sadly, then the value packs only give us 120, which means you'll be 3 chicken legs shy of getting yourself Destiny materials on your account. Now, if you're a micro spender, then I suppose you could go ahead and spend $5, and that will push you over the edge and get you to the point where you can get Destiny materials on your account. So if you have a lot of contract Starry Gems, that's actually not a terrible idea. If you use 2,000 heroic summon scrolls and you go ahead and do these trees, you buy every single value package here that contains these chicken legs, so that's going to cost you 7,500 contract Starry Gems. And then to finish it off, if you go to the relay and you spend $5, you will get the final piece you need to get the rewards this week. In fact, you're going to get an additional 3 extra than you might need. So you could stop early, I guess, with heroic summons, but I'd probably just go all the way to 2,000 because the rewards are pretty good. Now, if you wanted to keep on spending, you'll notice that we have access to these, the Plentiful Privileges. And if you go all the way to $130, which is Relay 10, you'll access Plentiful Privilege 3. So what do these do? Well, the privilege rewards allow you to get bonus rewards here from the Plentiful Gifts. So for every 100 heroic summon scrolls you use, you'll get bonus rewards. For the first tier, you'll get Cores, Stellar, and Crystals of Transcendence. For the second tier, you'll get yourself a box that contains any Transcendence hero, along with a chest here that does contain either Core of Origin Shards, or Sublimation, or Spiritual Essence. It's your choice what you go for. There's so many chests here that you actually get a full core or you get a full noble sublimation, which is really, really nice. And then finally, the top reward, which I love to see, is basically enough chests of Destiny materials to get you the equivalent of 1.2 million Spirit Vein shards. That is a lot of Destiny stuff, making this one of the most reliable ways that spenders can get themselves access to Destiny heroes and eventually Nirvana, so you can start enjoying the Star Souls on your account. So my encouragement to you, if you are a spender and you're used to spending multiple hundreds of dollars on this game, 130 bucks in the relay is not necessarily a bad idea, as that does give you access to a lot of Destiny materials, assuming you have the 2,000 scrolls needed to make progress. If you wanted to really push this event, you could go ahead and buy the entire relay. That's 400 bucks. You would then need to go ahead and go to the value packs and buy every single top value pack here. So that's another 7,500 contract story gems. And then on top of that, you'd need to buy a $100 pack and a $50 pack. However, all that spending, $550, would take you to 540 chicken legs, which would take you to a full completion on Cottage 6. So initially, you're going to get a lot of stuff from that, because you will notice that if you go through all these stages, there is the new treasure train items, which is pretty exciting. So you can go ahead and pick these up as you progress through here, which is very helpful for anyone needing those resources. And that's going to massively improve you. If you look at these treasure items, which we will do later, these are actually some of the best festival items we've ever seen. So lots of rewards available here. You will get coupons as well for doing that. And actually, if you look at Cottage 6, you're even getting Starspawn core materials here, which is pretty cool. I'd rather the treasure train items, but that's cute nonetheless. Does Cottage 5 give a similar thing? No, this is giving us treasure train items. Okay, pretty cool. But anyway, getting access to 540 chicken legs is enough to unlock Store 6 and buy all 6 Star Soul items from here. So if you're pushing Nirvana on your heroes and wanting to improve them, perhaps with the Inquiring Mind or with the Time Manipulation, these two items are fantastic. You could go ahead and equip those to your Nirvana heroes, making them much stronger, or upgrade them by buying these resources here. I would stress these ones that are 12 million really aren't worth picking up, as this is a passive resource you can gain very easily, but these ones, the upgrade materials and the actual items themselves, are pretty good and worth picking up. Not to mention, you'll get a load of Destiny materials as you make your progress through. Of course, there's going to be Cores of Transcendence, artifacts if you need them, and even Sublimation if that's something you need to improve your heroes. So lots of stuff available here for anyone trying to get themselves access to the top level of rewards. However, as I said, you do need to spend 550 bucks. It's a lot of money, but you do get a lot of treasure train stuff out of that. You do get a lot of Star Soul stuff, and you do get a lot of Destiny materials. So pound for pound, it doesn't seem that bad. So, what's the last thing you guys have to enjoy this week? It's the Turkey Foodie. This mini-game is pretty neat. It does give you access to these chests, and they contain stellar shards. It's within your interests to get to 800 points when you do this. You're probably wondering, how the heck do I do this, MK? What do I need to do? Well, we go into this feast menu, and what the plan is here is you're going to be feeding lots of different food to Betty. You can drink water with her, and that's going to go ahead and reduce the time much quicker that she can get more food inside her, and the magic mouthwash will clear 100 all the way down to 0. These numbers matter because if you fill her up too much and go over 100, the game mode ends and you can't get any more points. So I'm going to break this down. I'm going to do it 3 times and show you the strategy I would use to get the most progress. So I'm going to go ahead and go and challenge this. And the first thing you want to do is feed the item that costs 30 to her all 3 times. You then want her to drink water, and that takes this bar down. I then feed her the apples, which will take her up. I'll then feed her this that costs 20. I will then drink more water. When this goes down, I will feed her more of that thing that costs 20, go up to this one, drink more water, and take that down even further. And this will just keep on going and going and going. And you now want to get to a point where this goes to 60. You go ahead and fill her up. You then magic mouthwash to clear everything away, and then you eat, you try harder so her stomach can get even bigger, and then you finish the food up, and you should finish that with plenty of time left on the clock. And that was 1,000 points. Pretty easy to do. So let me run that with you again, just so you can go ahead and keep track of what I did here, as you are going to do this 3 times every day. You want to feed the 31, 1, 2, 3, drink water to take that down. Then you want to feed the apples, 1, 2, and 3, take her satiation up, drink more water, bring that down, eat this again, get ready to drink more water as that's going to come down, eat this again, and then you're going to get it to a point where hopefully you can get to 60 here. Feed her up with this. There you go, and then we'll use the mouthwash to clear that, and then you go eat, try harder, and then eat, and then eat. And that again will be 1,000 points. Nice and clean. Should finish in 29 seconds if you do that rhythm. We'll do it one last time just to show you how this works. So 3, 2, 1. What we do is we put in the 30. 1, 2, 3. Drink water. Eat the apples slowly so you don't end up filling up too quickly. Then you put in the 20, you drink water again, that comes down. When that gets low, you eat the 20, you eat the 20, then you put in your 25, then you drink more water, that comes down. Wait for it to drop, eat your 25, eat your 25. Then you're going to wait for it to get to 60 here, and then you'll put in the 40. There you go. Then you use the magic mouthwash to clear that out. Then you go eat, try harder, eat, and that will finish it there. See 150 on the nose, and that's 1090 points. And that's how you're going to want to do this every single day. And look, that was so good that it got me 37th on the leaderboard. So if you follow that rhythm, you will get yourselves the maximum rewards from this. You've just got to get that slow pace rhythm down. And it's not too rushed either. You can that drop down, waiting for it to get to 60 does give you plenty of time before you need to go ahead and worry. Yes, there's probably a slightly more optimal way of doing this, but this is the way to do it without using a macro and without panicking too much so that you can maximize the rewards you get from this week. And you do get to pick the rewards from here, which is really nice. Stellar Shards are probably the main pickup here. I guess if you are like over flushed on Stellar Shards, Crystals of Transcendence could be an option, but I didn't tell you that, guys. Always go with Stellar Shards. They're typically the best reward to grab. And that will point us towards what you're probably going to be getting here from the Fortune Treasure Shop. Again, Stellar Shards from this first area is pretty much the best thing. Finally then, let's go ahead and look at the treasure selection, and also let's look at the new hero. So these treasure collection stuff, basically if you rack up these coupons, if you do 30 of them, you'll get an orange chest, another 60 gets you another orange chest, and if you push to 100, you'll get yourself a pink chest. Really, unless you get to 100, there's probably no reason to go ahead and cash these in. I'd probably just rather save them for hero token. That said, though, if you're a heavy spender and you do get a lot of these, the rewards are going to be excellent. If we look at Festival Treasure 2024, you will see that the rewards that these give are amazing. So, first of all, the Bountiful Harvest Cart gives you control immunity offset in Void Campaign and Campaign. This is great for any control hero. Patricia, Aspen, even Vulcan has CC, but most importantly, Betty. And ignoring an enemy's control immunity is one of the easiest ways to crowd control them. So this item is really, really nice. Next, we've got the Supreme Pizza. This reduces the damage over time you receive up to 25%. That's going to be amazing for dealing with heroes like Valkyrie and Cthugha in Void Campaign. A phenomenal item that is really going to help. So that's fantastic. And finally, we have all damage dealt increase on an orange item. That is wild. This is super strong, giving you up to 15% all damage dealt in Void Campaign and Campaign. That includes invasion bosses. So this improves your damage against those, and this is massively going to help people and probably one of the better items here. So all of these things are phenomenal. They're going to help us with some of the hardest things in Void Campaign, whether it's getting good CC on your Betty, dealing with Cthulhu's and Valkyries, or just dealing enough damage to the Void Invasion bosses. All three of these items are amazing, and I think a lot of whales are probably going to be spending this week so they can max these very quickly to maximize their progress in the Void Campaign. DH Games smashed it. These items are brilliant, and all in all, I'm really pleased with what DH Games have done this week. Probably some of the best treasure items we've seen in a long time. I think only the ones from 2023 could possibly match it. Things like Encapsulated Memories, for example, which were notorious for being fantastic, are just as good as these new items. So that is amazing. Finally, we have Norton Hague, who I think is one of the weirdest heroes we've seen in a while. Very, very mid is how I would describe him. Look here at his abilities. We'll look at the ones upgraded when he's Void 4. He gains HP, speed, control, immunity, and damage reduction. Very good passives, to be fair. What's his total speed? It's 1202, so that means he's quick for a warrior anyway, but he's not like super duper fast. If you look at the rest of his abilities, though, he does gain access to a basic attack that has a chance to inflict a layer of Breath of Abysmal Sea. It doesn't really do much, honestly. It's just like a true damage that does damage scaling with HP when you do an active, so it's not that fantastic. And it has a 70% chance to inflict a stun on one random enemy. That's really bad. Single target CC is awful. If it was good, Walter would be good. The thing about this hero that I find most irritating is this is going to be annoying when we fight him in Void Campaign and whatever next level of Void Vortex they release, because he's able to just hit you and stun you, which is extremely irritating if he outspeeds. So I think this hero is more designed to be a problem for us than a hero that we can actually use. And it makes more sense when you look at the rest of his abilities. At the end of each round, there's a 100% chance to inflict a layer of Breath of Abysmal Sea, so again, a way to punch us harder, and then 2 random enemies get stunned for 2 rounds. That's really annoying. A passive stun, right? So you can try and crowd control this dude, and that's fine, but it still doesn't stop him from CCing you with his passive. Extremely annoying ability. Heroes like Elena can't even remove it, because if you CC everyone with Betty, the enemies aren't doing active skills, which is irritating. So you're not actually removing the CC. So heroes like Melissa are going to be more important against this dude, definitely. But a really annoying hero for us to have to face. And then finally, here's his active skill, 600 attack damage to all enemies. For every 1 layer of Breath of Abysmal Sea owned by the target, he will deal extra damage equal to 11% of the target's max HP. So it's just a way for smacking us for 33% of our max HP, which will be very annoying to deal with in campaign, as that will smack through us. It's not a mark, thankfully, it's a skill effect, so it doesn't go through Unbending Will. If it did, it would be terrifying. But also here, if you have 3 layers of Abysmal Sea, he will restore HP equal to 30% of the damage dealt. So that's cute, I suppose. And also, he will reduce the target's speed by 50 for 4 rounds. And that's very annoying, again, when it comes to us having to deal with this, because it is going to mess up your speed orders if that matters to you in campaign, which for most people it does. You particularly put your hero in a certain speed order so that they're able to deal with opponents more effectively by having, let's say, Halora and Natalie go before your main damage dealer, that kind of thing, for example. So this guy is just going to be an annoying hero for us to fight. He's actually not that good, to be honest. I think the passive stun is too slow because it's at the end of the round rather than any meaningful time. Against us, though, this is going to be a pain. So look forward to fighting this hero. That's that's the main takeaway I have from this. And that's actually quite smart from DH Games, because obviously these newer heroes don't really do anything for us. There's no reason to care about anyone that isn't transcendent. So releasing heroes that are actually just going to be a fun challenge to fight is a very, very good aspect of game design. So very nicely done, DH Games. Lastly, we do have Black Friday next week. This is Prophet Summons Fantasy Factory Heroic Miracle, and Gaggy's the reward for this. Prophet Summons the Betty's the reward for that. And of course, the Black Friday Carnival itself. Everyone's unsure as to what Black Friday is going to offer. In the past, it has given Awakening Stones, which give us incredible chances of getting A tiers. Last time, it crashed the auction house market, meaning that heroes were selling for less than 10,000 starry gems for good heroes. Even, I think, Vulcans and Aspens dropped below that price as well. However, given that we have now the release of non-auctionable heroes, I am worried that that will be the basis for Black Friday. We won't know until next week, but if you want to find out as soon as you can, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, as I do drop a review for these events the day that they come out. So make sure you watch these videos before you engage with the event so that you don't make any mistakes for the week ahead. Anyway, folks, I'll see you next time. Thank you for tuning in. Good luck with this week's rewards, and whether you're a free-to-play player just using 500 scrolls and 24,000 gems, or you're a spender who's going to spend $5 on all your contract story gems and all your scrolls, or you're going to go big this week and spend 130 for Destiny materials, or crazy and go to 550 for Star Soul stuff, let me know in the comment section down below, because there's some really good rewards. The new festival treasure is really, really nice, and on top of that, getting access to all the crazy Destiny materials if you do choose to spend is really nice. But then again, free-to-play players getting 2 sublimation, who could complain about that? Anyway, folks, good luck this week. I'll see you next time, and of course, hit that subscribe button for more event reviews in the future. Until then, though, have an amazing week, and of course, happy idling.